Hello everyone and welcome on this new Friday analysis video from Xtreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. So of course in this video I'm going to give you some trading ideas and signals to be done on Friday, hoping for these signals to be triggered as soon as possible, and therefore of course the signals are going to be on 1 hour and 15-minute time frame. Before we start, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and of course share the video. So first of all, I want to highlight that the Euro USD signal, which I have given to you on the midweek analysis video last Tuesday, worked really so well. As you can see, the Euro USD has went in total of 120 pips of profit and currently running in 50 pips of profit. How cool is that? Let me know in the comments if you have entered this signal and made some decent profits with it. So let's now begin with the Euro USD. So of course I need to get rid of the old signal. I don't think we will need it anymore. The signal now is going to be changing. Of course we are still going to maintain longing for the Euro USD. If we go to the daily chart right now, we can notice that the market is indeed respecting that level of a support exactly right here at 1.07705, and seems to me like the Euro USD is actually going to continue the rise at least to hit that level of a resistance at 1.09223, which means we are still expecting 100 pips more growth in the Euro USD. So therefore, let me just now move to the 1 hour time frame. Now on the 1 hour time frame, the first thing that we can notice right here is the pattern that we're having, or the structure. We can see that the market is indeed respecting that support trend line, despite the multiple attempts to break out from that level of a support trend line. Still, that level of a strong support on the daily chart at 1.07694 indeed holding the position, which means we can actually consider buying the Euro USD. Now it's important to mention that we are having right now here that level of a resistance at 1.08295, and we are now expecting from the Euro USD to make a pullback, and afterwards we can start buying the pair. What we will do next right now, actually on the 15-minute time frame, is simply draw this support trend line just like that. And what I'm going to do next is just simply dragging the same line right there. So meaning what I did right now is simply placing that support trend line on that support trend line right here. I mean, that's the previous support trend line which I have drawn here earlier. I actually just dragged it and placed it right here on that support trend line. And check out this reversals here. These reversals shows us the real and the fake attempts of the support. We're having here real level of a support, then we had another real level, then we had here the fake breakout, then again the same level of a real support has been respected repeatedly over the time. Then we had another fake breakout, which has been followed later with multiple real attempts of support. Then finally we had here the fake breakout from that level. Now that tells us that the Euro USD is most likely going to continue the fall till it reach that level of a support right here, exactly at 1.08025. I believe that's going to be an ideal level to start buying the Euro USD. If I'm not mistaken, that actually might occur by tonight, Thursday, after the market falls for about 13 pips. And we are actually going to be aiming at least the highest level of a resistance right here at 1.08869, which means the target is going to be about 85 pips. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a support right here at 1.07617, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 40 pips against 85 pips of profit. Moving to the pound USD. Okay, so of course the pound USD has also reversed exactly at the given price at 1.22007, and I think it was a good signal. It has went to the take profit level, making more than 223 pips. I hope you guys have also taken the signal and enjoyed these profits. Now, what we can do next with the pound USD? First of all, let's delete the old signal. We are going to also continue buying this pair. Let's just move to the daily chart to see what's going on in the market right now. So as we can see, my friends, we had here this real level of a resistance, and indeed this was of course the real level of the resistance, and as we can see, that was the bullish breakout from that level. And right now this candle right here represents the retest of the broken resistance and the creation of a new support. If we go right now to the 4-hour time frame, however, we can see clearly here an attempt exactly like that. This was of course a support number 1, and I believe we can safely start buying the pound USD at the second attempt of the support, assuming that we're having here that support trend line. And seems to me like the market indeed is gonna continue the fall, and is gonna be actually respecting that level of a support trend line and that level of a support as well, which means we can start buying the market exactly at the second attempt of the support, which is gonna be also a third attempt of the support trend line. Now also we need to consider that we are right now on the 4-hour time frame, so therefore it might actually take a while to find this setup, or actually to make it happen. We have to wait for the market to fall for about 44 pips. I think there might actually be a better level to start buying this pair. Let's just move to the 30-minute time frame. It's not bad at all, my friends, to move in the smaller time frames right now to find an accurate entry. The bigger time frame is only used to identify the direction and of course to find the maximum level where the market actually might go against your direction. So what I will do right now is simply drag the same support trend line which I have here, and simply drag it all the way like that. Now I have placed my support trend line exactly on that support trend line right here. And right here, as you can see, let me just zoom in to show it to you. That was, of course, the real level of a support trend line, which has been respected repeatedly. It became a small attempt of a resistance trend line. Then the market, of course, since it's actually a very strong bullish momentum, the market has instantly broke out from that level, and the same support trend line has been respected again. Now we can see the final attempts of breaking out from that level, and all of them have failed, and the market is indeed continuing to rise, which means I believe we can actually expect from the market to respect that support trend line, and therefore that horizontal support right here, we can actually rely on it to find our decent entry. Therefore what I'm going to suggest to you is wait for the market to reach exactly that level of a support at 1.23326, which means we have to wait for the market to fall for about 30 pips before we can start buying it. And this time, and of course, my friends, since these signals are just placed for 1 day only, so let's just give you a realistic signals, and therefore the take profit level is gonna be about 100 pips exactly. Meanwhile, the safe zone is gonna be ranging till the nearest resistance to our entry, which is right here, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 37 pips against 100 pips of profit. Moving to the AUD USD. Alright, so unfortunately the AUD USD signal, I cannot say it failed because the market is actually ranging inside of the safe zone and reversed exactly at the edge of it. So therefore I don't actually assume this signal has failed, but sadly I'm sure there is many of you placing the stop loss at the exact level, or sorry, at the exact level of the edge of the safe zone, which is actually a wrong practice. Anyway, let me see now what we can do next with this pair. Let's delete, of course, the old signal, get rid of it, and let me just tell you something. We are still going to maintain buying order for the AUD USD. That level of a support right here, exactly right there, just to be precise, exactly right here at 0.68496. That level is a very strong level as a support. If we check the history of the market, it has always been respecting that level as a support. It was also a strong key resistance level in the past. We can see here the fake breakout number 1, a fake breakout number 2, then a real attempt of a resistance. Now let's confirm this entry by using the support trend lines. If I connect, of course, the support trend line from the absolute lowest low in the chart all the way like this to the channel, exactly like that, we can see, my friends, that the market is indeed respecting that level over the time. We can see that the market has actually made multiple attempts to break out from that level, and it failed every single time, which means, if I'm not mistaken, we have to wait for the AUD USD to fall to that level as 0.68496, and I believe that's going to be an ideal level to start buying the pair. The problem is we have to wait for about 46 pips. So therefore, there might be actually another level where we can start buying the AUD USD sooner than that. I just told you the zone where we are actually expecting from the AUD USD to be ranging at, but to open the trade and buying the pair, we can do that sooner than this. Let's just move to the 30-minute time frame. Now on the 30-minute time frame, what I'm going to do is simply highlight the real level of a support exactly like that. Now we can see clearly right here that we had a very strong key support level exactly at 0.68744. We had also one single attempt of a fake breakout. Then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 attempts of a real support on that level. Therefore, we can actually expect from the AUD USD to continue falling for about 21 pips before we can start actually buying the pair. And of course, since we are actually expecting from the market to continue the fall for a few more pips, we can actually make this as the edge of the safe zone, just like that. And therefore, the edge of the safe zone, actually we can even make it more. This is going to be the edge of the safe zone, since we are actually going to buy the pair exactly at 0.68744, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yes, right? Yes. The edge of the safe zone is going to be ranging for about 40 pips, which I think is going to be safe. However, for the take profit level, it's going to be placed at the nearest strong key resistance level to our entry, which is going to be exactly right here. This is of course the nearest strong key support, and here the nearest key resistance to our entry, which means we are actually expecting to make approximately 76 pips against 41 pips of safe zone. Let's now move to the USD CAD. Alright, unfortunately, USD CAD signal has failed. I admit it was one failed signal, and again guys, please accept my apologies if you have lost any money with this signal. I will do the best I can to recover any of the losses that was done because of my signals. Anyway, let's now take a look at the daily chart. So the daily chart, actually from the first sight, we can actually expect from the USD CAD to continue the rise at this point, but I just don't think so. I don't expect from the USD CAD to rise at this level for one single reason, is of course that level of a resistance trend line. If I connect here that resistance trend line just like that, and if I move that resistance trend line all the way to the resistance trend line right here, check this out. Now we can notice that actually the market is actually respecting that level of a resistance trend line. We had here multiple attempts of the real attempt of a resistance trend line. Then we had here another fake breakout, number 1, number 2, and number 3. Interesting. That means that the USD CAD seems like it's actually going to continue the fall, and the target, I think, based on the daily chart, is going to be the lowest level of the support right here at 1.33410. Of course, we can also look at the horizontal level, and we can notice right here exactly that level of a resistance at 1.34963. That level of a real resistance has also been respected again. Therefore, I believe the next candle for the USD CAD is actually going to be bearish one. Then, let's now move to the 4-hour time frame. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, we can see here the strong bearish candle which has appeared, and right now the current 4-hour candle still has only 4 minutes for the closure, which means most likely the candle is going to close like that. If the candle is going to close like this, then I believe the market will actually be ranging on that level, since we are actually facing right here a previous resistance right here, and of course right here. So the market is actually now facing a pressure on that level to make a bounce and pull back, and therefore on the next candle, I believe we can start shorting the USD CAD at a certain level. So let's now move to the 15-minute time frame to identify where exactly we can start shorting this pair. Now, based on the 15-minute time frame, we can notice that right here we're having this channel, and just like that, I'm just exactly like that. So let me just delete the other line so it won't confuse you. Exactly. So right now we are having this channel, and it seems like the USD CAD has actually exited this channel, and this was of course the first retest of it, which means this is actually a resistance trend line number 1, and I believe we can safely short the USD CAD once it reaches the same level to create the resistance trend line number 2, which means we have to wait for the market to rise for about 27 pips before we can start shorting it. Therefore, I believe it's going to be a safe option to short the USD CAD exactly right here at the second attempt of the resistance at 1.34942, and the take profit level is gonna be placed just right here at the nearest strong key resistance level to our entry at 1.34371, which means we're aiming actually, I forgot that we are on the 15-minute time frame. Sorry about that. Which means the target can actually be placed exactly. That's the better idea. Right here at the nearest resistance to the entry and a previous strong key support, which means we can actually expect to make approximately 85 pips profit from this signal. 1 second. 85 pips. Exactly 85 pips, right? 85 pips profit from this signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than this level of a previous support at 1.35360, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 42 pips against 85 pips of profit. Moving to the USD JPY, which was really one perfect signal, and as you can see, my friends, the USD JPY has actually exceeded the take profit level, made 183 pips of profit and a total of 400 pips. What a crazy pair. That's one crazy pair. I hate it. I don't like it. I really hate it. And as you can see, the market has actually, after exceeding the take profit level, went back to the entry and reversed exactly again from the given price to buy at 127.666, and currently running in about 90 pips of profit. Again, I really hope you guys have taken this signal and are enjoying these profits. Now, what's next with this crazy pair? Let me just see. Based, of course, on the 30-minute time frame right now. Now, let me just tell you something. That pattern right here, in my opinion, indicates for a fake breakout. Therefore, we have to find now the real levels of a resistance that can be seen exactly right there. This is, my friends, the strongest attempt of a real resistance exactly at 129.307. The reason, of course, we're having here multiple attempts of a real resistance, but we're having here this level which the market did not actually visit yet. The market hasn't actually reached that level of a real resistance yet. Therefore, I believe strongly that the USD JPY eventually gonna reach that level to retest it. Not to mention, of course, if we check the Fibonacci retracement, we can see clearly that this is between 50 and 38.2 retracement, which means the market right now is actually bouncing at 23.6 and most likely is going to reach 38.2, and after that is going to continue rising for about 27 pips going toward 50. Therefore, 50 retracement, I mean. Therefore, that's going to be our target, which means the market still has about 72 pips more to go, but the question is where exactly we can start buying this pair. To find the answer, we will actually use the support trend lines. So of course I'm going to draw the support trend line just like that, and as we can see right now, I'm going to drag the same support trend line all the way to the nearest support trend line that we're having. If I'm not mistaken, there exactly. That is the nearest support trend line. So it was, of course, previously as a real level of a support trend line, a fake breakout, then another fake breakout, another fake breakout, then again, the same level of a support trend line has been respected. Now, if we look on horizontal level, however, we can notice clearly that we are having right here, exactly right there, perfect, that level of a support at 128.317. That level was a very strong key support level in the past that cannot be ignored. Therefore, we have to wait for the USD JPY to fall for about 24 pips. Then we can keep the trade running till the market hit our take profit level, making about 100 of pips, and the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a support at 127.784, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 51 pips against 100 pips of profit. Moving now to the USD CHF, which also worked perfectly well, and really guys, I want to know if you have made any profits with this signal. As you can see, the USD CHF has also reversed from the given price at 0.92434 and went straight all the way to the take profit level, making 81 pips. And the beautiful thing here is that the reversal has occurred with 0 drawdowns. Anyway, excellent signal, fantastic as usual from Xtreme Trader. I'm so happy about that. Let me now see what we can do next on Friday with the USD CHF. Now, of course, if we move to the daily chart, now we are below that very strong key support level, exactly right here. Let me just be sure. I like to be precise as much as possible. At 0.91943. Now the market has finally broke out from that level of a support. Now we are below that level, and as we can see, the market has actually went all the way to 0.90835, retested that level of a strong key support level right here, and then reversed all the way back. What does it mean? What's gonna happen now with the USD CHF? I believe for the next day, let's just move to the 4-hour time frame. Now for the next day, the appearance of these two candles represents actually a fake breakout. Now, reading the price action, those, my friends, those candles right here are actually representing a real attempt of a resistance, and those two candles in the center, actually in the middle, represents of course a fake breakout, which means if of course we draw here a support trend line from this higher high to this lower high, just like that, and we drag the same resistance trend line all the way, we can notice right here, exactly, check this out, check out this perfection. Now we are having here that level of attempt, the resistance trend line has also become a support trend line, then a small attempt of a resistance trend line, then again another support trend line, and recently a new resistance trend line. Now since we actually have made a strong bearish breakout from that level of a resistance, as a support, we can actually expect from the USD CHF to continue the fall, which means, if I'm not mistaken, and hopefully I'm not, selling at the exact level of the resistance right here at 0.91843 is gonna be good idea. We will have to wait for the USD CHF to rise for about 24 pips before we can start shorting it, and the take profit level will be right now placed at the absolute lowest level that the USD CHF has ever reached in the recent time, which means the take profit level is gonna be about 100 pips, I would say, and the safe zone that should not be ranging higher than this level of a resistance at 0.92353, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 50 pips against 100 pips of profits. Let's now move to the gold, which I'm so proud of. Guys, I hope you have really taken this signal and enjoyed these profits with the Xtreme Trader. The gold has reversed exactly at the given price at 1902.12 and currently running in about actually it went in total about of 100 pips, I would say, currently running in about 183 pips. Excellent signal. I'm so happy and so proud about it, and I just feel so excited for those who have taken this signal and enjoyed the profits. All I can do is just imagine the smile on their faces when they are seeing the trade running in that big profits. Anyway, and of course they are getting paid off for trusting Xtreme Trader, which I'm so happy for. Of course I'm so proud of and very happy for them. Anyway, without me bragging about myself, let's continue talking about the gold. Now, the reversal occurred due, of course, to the strength of that level of a support. Now, of course, by the way, we are now on the daily chart. That's a P, not D. We are now on the daily chart. So the market indeed has given up to the pressure of that support right here, exactly at 1908.90, which was previously also a strong key resistance level, and the gold has also reversed exactly on that level. Now, let's go back to the 4-hour time frame, since the new candle, I believe, oh no, the candle still on the gold is different, of course. The candle still has about 50 minutes for the closure. Let's just move to the 1-hour time frame. All I need to see is the price action. Now, what we can see right here, of course, my friends, is that pattern right here has appeared exactly right here. So the market actually respected that level of a real support multiple times. Then we had 1 and 2 fake breakouts from that level of a support. That means that the gold facing a pressure from that level, and most likely right now is actually going to continue the rise. Now, to find the accurate and most precise entry for the gold, let's just draw here, my friends, a support trend line like that, like this, exactly like this. And what we will do next is simply drag the very same support trend line all the way like that, just like that. Perfect, 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 like this. Now I'm trying to make sure it's perfect indeed. Let me just review it, my friends. I need to review it. I need to make sure that everything is safe and perfect. I think this is actually even better. Yes, actually, let me just tell you something. This is the magic of trend lines, and no matter how you draw the support trend line, they are both going to be pointing for the exact level. I mean, this is just almost the same. Yeah, so it's just the same. Again, what I will do right now is simply drag the same support trend line and place it just right there. Perfect. Now we can see that the market has here created a new attempt of a real support. Then we had here another attempt of a real support. Then we had here one fake breakout, and then the same level of a support trend line became a small attempt of a resistance trend line with barely any reversals. And then the market has finally made the bullish breakout from that level, which means the real level of a support trend line is also gonna be respected. That telling us that we can actually start buying the gold exactly from that level of a support right here. Now why right here? Why not higher than that? The reason is I need to rely on a very strong key support level just like this one, and as we can see, the market has indeed respected that level multiple times. Keep in mind that the gold is moving in high volatility, and therefore we can actually expect from the gold to make actually a long tail to go against our direction before finally start to be in profit. Therefore, that level of a support is most likely trusted. And of course, if we check this Fibonacci retracement level, we can see clearly. Check this out, guys. Oh my god, that is so perfect. This is Fibonacci 50 retracement, which means the same level of support at 1912.83 is actually gonna be a strong level of a Fibonacci retracement. Therefore, we have to wait for the gold to fall for about 82 pips before we can start buying it. And this time the target is going to be the absolute highest level of a resistance at 1928.78, which means we will be actually aiming about 161 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone won't be ranging lower than this level of a support at 1904.34, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 85 pips against 161 pips of profit. And there goes a signal, my friends, for the USD pairs and for the gold on Friday. I hope, guys, the signal is going to be very profitable and make benefits for you. Of course, always make sure to trade wisely, and keep in mind, just because these signals coming from Xtreme Trader doesn't mean at all they will be 100% in profit. All these signals are subjective to be in loss, and therefore we have to be always careful about our funds, and always keep in mind that if the signals failed, we can always recover with the day after. And of course, I will do the best I can to release the weekly analysis video sooner than you have ever expected every week. So until then, I hope that it's informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.